I remember a time before the Cascade dried up. Here in Verda Stello, the four nations of plant and bug people flourished and thrived. But the great waterfall that fed the land slowed to a trickle, revealing a vast salt sea and unknown islands. The only guide were the words of the 13 dried carvings. The water will slow to fall, but the tides are turning. Find the infinite lake to replenish the world and discover the salmon who will grant you a wish of whatever you desire. This marks the beginning of the tide, as many green folk hauled onto ships to find the infinite lake and maybe riches, adventure, excitement, and purpose along the way. And what exactly is a salmon? Is that a berry? That was 50 years ago, and the tide rushes forward ever still. There are many stories caught on the wind between sails, but why don't we hear just one? Of a butterfly gunman with clipped wings, a ripened and explosive piece of produce, and a witch made out of tea. This is Join the Party, Camp-Paign 3, The Rising Tide.
I'll sing you a song that all green folk know.
Until the water falls home.
That only began 50 years ago.
Until the water falls home.
We seek the deep lake and a wish-granting salmon.
Until the water falls home.
So hoist up the sails and load up the cannons.
Until the water falls home.
A rush on the tide, sail through the Cascade, an adventure ships, a ceaseless parade. I dream of roots buried in the deep below, but we can't well sleep till the water falls home.
Last time on Join the Party.
Let me just list off some stuff that's happened in the last few episodes. Umbi almost died multiple times. Audrey used her immunity from the Diamond Knot Consortium of all the world's governments to protect herself. I don't know if that went well. The sniper was Three Lips. Archimedes 7 then threw Three Lips into the ocean, and Troy was okay with that. The pirates assembled for the meeting were run out and zombified by zombie pirates. Kid Cervantes shot holes through Audrey's fleet. Salix was massive, but then was laid low by the zombies. Who knows what's happening with him? Lustrous is just somewhere. I don't even know. And then the pot that Audrey the Rotten Queen was planted in was shattered, releasing a weird, nasty sap that has set its sights on more destruction, especially killing, the 3 pirates that destroyed its containment system. The party's over. Let's clean up. .4 nautical miles away from the island with the pirate meat and the big whale thing skeleton and where the place where all those zombies died and fell apart and turned into mulch. A captain is leaning over the side of his ship, observing the island from a telescope. I think that we've gotten ray tracing in our JRPG. We're up to the newest gen, so it's like we see the island in the telescope. Cool. and we see the reflection off. It took the programmer so long to get that right. The engine did not want to work with that.
It no longer works on the Switch. It's just too powerful.
No, we couldn't put it out for Switch. It's way worse. It chugs. Your Switch sounds like one of those Boeings that like fall apart in the air. It sounds like that the
sense.
Entire time.
I was going to say my 94 desktop, but
The same.
They're kind of similar though, Amanda, so,
Yeah, the Boeing 747s also run on Windows 2000.
Same technology.
They probably do, honestly.
Clippy. Looks like you have a problem.
Looks like you're trying to install a door.
Did you mean for this window to be a door?
Oh,
Eric
no,
really
we
likes
broke
this
them.
one.
We broke them.
Yar. This is terrible. But at least we're going to get paid. All right. Switch the sails. We don't need to keep it up anymore. Up at the top of this pirate ship, there is a flag we have not seen before. It is 4 skeleton hands holding onto each other, each of them grabbing the other's wrist in, 4 of them coming together in some sort of diamond pattern. In each of the skeletons are a different color. One is white, one is yellow, one is red, and one is the dark royal purple. Each of them signifying a different color of the 4 Verda Stello flags.
Tough.
Also, what kind of bougie motherfucker has colored pirate flags? Like, what are we doing?
Right?
Like-
we embroider it? Like,
You had to pay for those dyes. You know how expensive other colors of dye are? So
You know how fast that's gonna bleach in the sun? Like, come on.
Do you think that we have some sort of like chlorophyll technology in this world where it's like the dyes and the colors are like way more steadfast and like they get recharged by the sun?
Yes, and does this make printer ink less expensive or more expensive?
Oh, Eric, it's so much more expensive.
it's basically like tattooing.
Well, it's because people have to donate their blood.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of indigo people had to donate their blood to make sure you had the color cyan. Go fuck yourself.
It's like the horseshoe crab situation.
That is so dystopian. If we were doing something else, there's like an entire group of people who created like a monk cult because they have to like sacrifice their blood for printer paper.
Yeah.
Like, at least we're getting paid. And this flag, this colored flag, the diamond knot flag, is being swapped out just for a black privateer's flag. Captain Pinebeard? Yes, what is it? We're looking at the captain, who is just a big pineapple man with a big pineapple beard.
Yeah.
it's you.
Captain, tell me again what we're gonna do with the money.
We're gonna divide it equally. We've been taking the jobs that we're going to take. And it was worth it so that each of us are going to come about our goals in the way that we wanted. Like, for example, you, sailor, what are you going to do with the money?
Hey, Amanda, what is this pirate on the ship's gonna do with the money?
Yeah, this is an aloe plant, and he's going to invest in this thing that the guy from his hometown was selling him, which is like a boat, but instead of water, it flies through the air. And there's no prototype yet, but like with this one investment, it's gonna change the world. It's gonna change the world.
Sounds like a brilliant disrupting invention.
Thank you, Captain.
And you, the third mate, what are you going to do?
Julia, what is this pirate gonna invest their money in?
I think this is a little like roly-poly bug kind of dude. And he's like, I'm going to give it to my ma so that she could finally have her dream retirement of selling pizza out of a truck.
That's definitely going to make your ma love you the most out of your 17 siblings.
Yeah.
And you, the lowliest, tiniest cabin boy, what are you going to do?
Brandon, what is the lowliest, tiniest cabin boy gonna do with their money?
Eric, I legit was going to say this is just a tiny little leaf.
Brandon, I didn't mean to give you what you were going to do, but I felt like I knew what you were going to do.
Yeah, I'm predictable now. This is not good.
No, it's just Brandon coded.
No, it's Brandon coded. This little leaf has a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
True.
The little leaf says,
I'm gonna buy more guns.
Good for him.
It's like when you flip over a leaf and on the bottom side is like the most terrible bug you've ever seen in your life.
oh, it's like a two-headed green folk. Yeah, like two-sided green folk.
Ooh,
that's
it's a
cool.
symbiotic relationship.
Oh, backwards? Oh, and
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
back is a terrible bug that like kills you in seconds?
Yeah, like on the front side is the cute little leaf, and he says, thanks for the money. And then he turns around and he says, I'm gonna fuck you up with the guns.
Okay, if Umbi dies, Brandon, remember this guy.
Remember this character. Write it down.
I like them.
It's a good thing that we incorporated as a collective, a workers' collective, as privateers. It kind of elides over the bad things that we've done and the money we've taken things for, because our collective action means more than who we profit off of, right, sailors?
Arr!
Yeah.
Guys, do we want to join the Diamond Knot? What are we doing?
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Hold on, what is that? What's coming closer? It's coming fast.
The spyglass moves and is catching something moving very, very quickly through the sea. It is a sail of dried mulch, kind of like, like a roof that's a mud roof that is kind of stretched out, put together with old bones, and riding upon this green folk made raft with a sail open is Kid Cervantes with an angry look on his face, coming faster and faster towards this ship. Turn! He's coming closer! He's closer! And in the background, you see the destruction of all of the zombie ships behind, and even more Diamond Knot ships burning behind him.
Hot.
Fuck him up, kid. Fuck him up.
Turn! Ports! Starboard! Whichever side's faster!
Nice.
And then we hear... as we zoom out, and the ship has needles going through the entire middle, and then one side just slides into the water.
Hot.
With all of the cargo inside of the ship and on top, and all of the green folk pirates falling, tumbling into the sea, splashing and falling below the waters. But of course, and the engineers did such a good job with this, because this is the dissolving belt, we can see everyone below the water as it's so clear, as nothing grows in there. We just see everyone reaching up, trying to swim, as the contents of the ship settle to the bottom of the sea.
But his mom's pizza retirement.
I got fucked up by guns.
Captain Pinebeard falls, splashes into the sea, struggles in the water, drowning, and grabs onto a floating piece of jetsam that is going by. And it bumps up against Kid Cervantes' raft. And he says, what are you doing? Why would you do this to us? Kid Cervantes, wordlessly, leans down and absolutely domes this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And continues on his way, cutting a narrow wake through the sea. And now we were watching everything kind of fall into the sea, as we can see everything through the totally crisp, totally clear water of the dissolving belt. And there is a current that is pulling and taking the cargo to wash up on the shore. We kind of see that there are like big dark shadows of sea monsters swimming, riding this current, just as the cargo kind of whips alongside of it, like little barnacles sticking onto the side of a giant turtle. Hey, that was pretty fucked up before, right? In the last
Pretty
episode?
fucked up, yeah.
The last episode? That was
Like,
wild.
You say, Eric, let's do a pirate campaign, and then you expect no one to die, and got very close.
Remember when you killed Salix, and also you killed my new favorite character of all time, Little Leaf with Bug on the back?
At this point, you should know that if you create an NPC out of nowhere, I might immediately kill them.
It's bullshit, man. It's
Fair.
bullshit.
I killed my own guy!
Yeah,
I can't believe Kid Cervantes would do that to Captain Pinebeard.
I can. He's cool.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, it was very competent.
I can't believe Captain Pinebeard thought that by his small action of worker collective, it kind of allied to the fact that he took money from the Diamond Knot.
Yeah, it's
I thought that was rude.
It's almost like no amount of good PR can outweigh sort of like terrible actions.
I just don't know why he liberal washed him being a privateer
did.
for the Diamond Knot.
He did.
Hey, man, nothing's black and white. It's all shades of gray.
Is it red washing, do you think, when you like use, worker power to as like an excuse for
I think
ultimately
it's
capitalist
rose
ends?
washing, because the rose is the symbol for the Democratic Socialists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so listen, y'all did a bunch of stuff. This is going to kind of be a different sort of skill tree episode, because there is some stuff that we want to do. We are at a crossroads, but you can see that we are not at the hold. Especially as the three of you look around and everyone's just kind of like picking themselves up after a pirate zombie invasion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't my house.
No, it is not.
I don't live here at all.
This could be my summer home, though.
Ooh,
It's true.
interesting.
So there's going to be a little bit different here, because there are some things you can do here at the skill tree, but there are some things that you can't.
Okay.
because you're not at the hold. But first things first, because I forgot to say this before, and I just thought of it today, I want y'all to level up to level 11.
Oh, baby. I get some stuff.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Troy's not going to have 0 wisdom or intelligence anymore. I can tell you that much.
Hey. Wow, you're all so powerful, and I'm so scared.
Hooray.
As you
Should be. We're gonna fuck you up with numbies.
No!
Numbies.
The numbus.
The numbus.
That's what happens when one of Umbi's limbs falls asleep. He gets to the numbies.
At any given morning, Julia, he just rolls a d4, and that quadrant, it's the numbus.
That was really good, Julia.
Thank you.
You have to roll twice when there's a storm coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to level up, but we are also going to do our experience that we usually do during the skill tree. However, since all of your various friends aren't here, you can't do it. And also, I don't think you got any new, you didn't get any new amber during this
Well,
arc.
give me a second.
Maybe.
Give me a chance, sir, to try to scrounge up some amber.
I mean, there's got to be some dead pirates around here with their like bags
Oh,
open, you know.
100%.
We'll
So
definitely
many
loot.
people got killed.
Okay, everyone roll an investigation check right now.
Yeah. Ha!
19 for Troy.
Jeez.
Oh, 19 for Umbio.
Oh.
Oh, fascinating. Well, technically it's a 21, but I did roll a nat 20.
All right. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Hooray.
So I think we may get some amber.
All right. You guys want to root around in people's pockets?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, like, what Cammy would like to do is send Nani to scamper around some of the dead bodies and just see, you know, what's going on around there.
Yeah, I think Troy's going to drag them all toward the skeleton of the whale for a dignified send-off in the way of the crags. And if any amber falls out of the pockets, he'll, like, obviously just pick them up because it would be disrespectful not to.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. You put all the dead bodies in a pile.
In a row, in an orderly row, so that they can be returned to nature by being fuel.
And then Umbi walks around and he's just like kicking the bodies to rattle them to see if any amber falls out. And he's
He knows what
singing-
the sound is.
And he's singing, "Winners, takers, losers, weep." What is it?
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
No. What you said. No. Winners takers is much more aggressive.
Because the winners are taken.
It sounds like what's in a professional wide receiver has that as his Twitter bio.
Winners take, losers die. And then he kicks a body.
I like that. I mean, honestly, that's the equivalent of an old man going around with a metal detector.
Yeah.
just doing
Basically.
it. No, that's fine. All right, fine. Cammy gets 2 amber, and Troy and Umbi each get 1.
Yay!
You all rolled really well. I don't know what to tell you.
did
Okay, so at this point, I think this is the same as like in any JRPG where you have to loot bodies, but there's like one NPC who's like, I don't think you should do that, but it has no bearing on the mechanics. It's just like this is the meta commentary of what we're doing in the JRPG.
Yeah.
And it's Havana. Havana's the one that's being like, I don't think you guys should do that.
Havana's trying to reconstitute bodies out of the mulch.
Havana, I will not revive those. I won't do it.
No, I would probably say you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It looks like a snowman with like twigs coming out of it.
I was missing some key elements of anatomy.
Cammy also puts a hand on Havana's shoulder and goes, isn't it nice to know that when you're brought back to life, you can still die?
I want to say yes and no at the same time.
Okay. That's fair.
You know, there's an expression that we have in the forest where every experience you go through is a little death, but also a little life. It is le petit mort, but also that is what we call orgasm.
Wow.
That sounds confusing. And not just for me, but like for others.
I was just realizing that I didn't put Millie in the initiative from before.
Oh,
That's
it's
okay. She
But-
was busy.
But she was probably doing like weird kills that I'm not allowed to show because it would raise the rating from teen to mature.
Yeah.
So she was doing like really messed up stuff. Like if the Joker would do it, that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
And you look up and it's aubergine with a cool scar across one of his eyes and a very large but jaunty hat tipped just to the side.
Aubergine.
I missed
or
you.
Francois.
Francois, my best friend. You got You got your identity and more horny, apparently.
You saw me. I am accepting more about myself. Did you see me on the horse? I was so wonderful riding the horse.
It was amazing.
glorious.
Seriously. And like I miss you, but I'm happy for you, and it's difficult feeling.
I must have been a shark at the time that you were a horse. I don't really remember that.
That's because you're not really a great friend, so...
Okay, whoa.
I think it is time that I speak to both of you.
Uh-oh.
I need to.
We're
Cammy,
getting broken up with, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Umbi.
are.
you are both very dear to me,
That's a lie.
and I both have different relationships with both of you, and I would say you are both best friends to me.
Best implies one. You can't have more than one best.
But it is like a tier system,
Am I at
like
the
a
top
part,
of the
like
tier
a
system?
pyramid, a friendship.
Yeah, who's at the top?
Where best friends is a level of the pyramid, but
Well, who's at the very, very tippy top?
myself.
That's fair. I understand that. I'm also my best friend, but also everyone else is my best friend.
How are you supposed to love yourself? How are you supposed to love yourself if you're not supposed to love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
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 Well, I'm of the older generation where we were taught to hate ourselves. So
That's
That is
sad.
fine. I understand it. It's one of the things I like so much about you, Umbi.
yeah.
But I need to tell you both that I am finding something that is outside the friendship. It is fraternity, with the brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think I need to tell the captain. Troy,
Wait.
Hold on.
Troy, I'm going to have to leave the island. I'm going to have to leave the sea whip
No.
and join the brothers instead and find my true self. It turns out I was revolutionary leader, leading against you and your family. It
Sure.
is very interesting how our lives are intertwined like this. We are destiny friends, which even you might say is higher than best friends on
Whoa.
the Parthenon.
Thank you.
I wouldn't.
Troy looks uncertainly at Umbi and Cammy. Sorry, guys.
Umbi's doing like a cut your throat symbol.
Cammy goes, this is fair. This is the path that you were taken on. Sure. Okay.
I mean, we're really gonna miss you, and I mean, you know that I'm not like for all the things that like Hyperion's doing, right?
Of course I don't. But I
Okay.
think hopefully at one point we might need to duel to prove our lives to each other.
That'd be fun to watch.
Sorry, can you take that one more time for me again, Eric?
I think at one point we are going to have to duel to prove that to each other.
Oh, no, I meant could you do it, say the word duel properly?
One time we are going to have to duel for
Yeah.
each other for
Thank you, thank
for
you,
our
thank you.
future and for what we are supposed to do.
I'm imagining you're standing like in low tide sand, so like water is just like dribbling on your feet and coming in this entire time, just every once in a while.
The body of a little leaf and monster combo floats upon
Yeah,
the sea.
the little leaf's body floats onto the beach.
Troy turns it over with his foot and goes, ah!
Cammy goes, is there amber?
No, not in this one.
Oh,
John Flick? Is that good?
that's a
Ooh.
cool
That's pretty
name.
good.
Good.
Especially because it's holding a gun that's 3 times the size of his body. But it's waterlogged, unfortunately. You can't use it.
Yeah, you can't use it. It's rusted already.
Well, Aubergine, we're really gonna miss you. Is there anything? Should we like send your stuff from the hold anywhere, or?
No, I can get it myself.
No, I think it's gone already, I think, right?
Yeah.
You did kind of leave it behind unprotected, so that means it is stolen.
That's
Yeah, it's
fine.
probably
I
gone.
took the most important things with me, which were my
Your two best friends.
and all of my designs for my outfits.
Oh.
Good.
That too.
And everything else I would just leave.
Aubergine, you are going to lead the best dressed mercenaries this side of the hold. And I'm proud of you.
I am proud too. Thank you for letting me follow a dream I did not even know I had. The thing I was known for before were terrible, bloody, ruthless, cold-hearted kills.
Mm-hmm.
But now you know that you love clothes.
And I also love clothes now.
I think that's great.
I am the killinista and fashionista at the same time.
You can use the clothes to cover up your bloody kills.
It is something I am incorporating and something that now my brothers in arms are going to have to learn about me. But there's something I need all three of you to know. Something that I have learned about you from my time being amnesiatic and also as refining myself.
Yeah.
The three of you are doing something important and interesting and, dare I say, world-changing.
What?
And people might deny it because of the things that they have to do for their own goals, for them to see their own dreams. But as someone who has seen themselves outside of themselves, and how you say, gone back into myself, I know that you are going to do great things and continue to do it. Do never forget that.
But
Cammy starts crying immediately.
Yeah, Umbi starts crying and he says,
Fuck you, man! Fuck you!
That was beautiful.
Troy's is lip quivering, goes in to give Aubergine a firm handshake. You were released from duty. It was a pleasure.
Aubergine salutes, holds the salute up, and says,
Thank you, Captain Troy. Thank you. Best friends. I will see you again. I'm sure our paths will cross. Just, if I could leave you with one thing, no matter what anyone says, they are just selfish haters. You guys are really great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll remember that.
I'm hoping that this is going to be like the new inspirational quote from Join the Party that everyone's going to start cross-stitching
Putting it
it
on a
into
mug.
pillows and putting it on posters.
Be like, no matter what the haters and losers say.
Great.
Cammy pulls Umbi aside and is like, okay, what? Since when is Troy captain?
I don't fucking know.
What's up with that?
I don't think. Do we have to mutiny?
I don't think it's a mutiny if Troy doesn't think that he's captain. Troy, do you think you're captain?
It's a psychological mutiny.
Captain is French for best friend, right?
Yup. It
Yes.
is.
So,
Yeah. You know what, Troy? You're captain of Aubergine's heart.
yeah. There you go.
Cammy, I don't know if I like that one either. I want to be captain of his heart.
You know what, Umbi? You gotta take the hits when they come, you
That's
know?
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Eric, there wasn't really a good time to ask this, but could
Sure.
you give Francois here his signature death move is called the French tuck.
Ooh.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, yeah, you can still keep calling him Aubergine. That's fine.
Cool.
You knew him. It's like his cool amnesiatic nickname that he had.
Yeah. It's his nom de plume.
His-
His nom de guerre.
Nom de guerre. Good. Good point. Good point.
Nom d'aubergine.
his-
Nom de vegetable? I don't know how to say vegetable in French.
Vegetable.
Nom de crudité.
the Purple Menace. Okay, so immediately cutting back from that emotional cutscene that we just had. So you now have 4 pieces of amber.
Nice.
Plus your experience point, right?
Yep.
And here's what you can do. Because Aurello is there, you can use 1 amber to bring someone from the hold to you. It can be one of your friends or one of the other various things that are in the hold, but you got to bring them to you. You got to spend an extra thing to bring it to you.
Okay. What is eliminated right now from our kind of standard level up from the hold because we don't have the right person or resources?
There are some things you definitely can't do, right? You can't do Monster Wrangler because you're not there.
Can I spend money to bring the monster to us, the big crab?
I don't think so because the big crab has not been wrangled, and you can't do Lords of the Manor because you're not there, right?
Right.
However, the Putz and Puppets Pirate Palladium, you can improve upon it if you would like to. You can also do Ship Shape, which is where you can improve upon the ship. You can bring the Magnolia folks to you, but they are currently like building stuff up over in the hold. You can improve upon Dr. Doctor because he's medical, so you can kind of up that if you would like. Also, you can do Dig and Roll if you would like to, and you can see if someone can bring something back to you, but you have to use 2 points for that. And of course, there's Gloria. So you can bring these people to you, or you can do the regular stuff that Aurello always does, which is that you can spend amber for Aurello to go figure something out for you. It's kind of just like an enhancement of that.
Okay.
What do you think Aurello was doing while we were killing all these pirate zombies?
Hiding.
Hiding, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe like helping himself to the lunch spread for day 2 that we never got to.
True. We go inside and you just see Aurello like surrounded by the remnants of every sandwich that was ordered for lunch.
He made a fort out of the lunch tables. And just like there is deli meat everywhere.
Hell yeah.
You don't have to use, you can hold on to your amber too. There's just one XP point you have to use.
I would love to do... I think it could be fun to bring Gloria here and maybe get some weapon upgrades or something. That's a good option. I'm always, as you know, I'm a dig and roll boy, of course.
I think, given last episode, it would be useful to improve Havana.
I was going to agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm also concerned about future ship combat, so I think
Yes.
doing ship shape would also make a lot of sense.
Yeah. If it were up to me, I would dump like 2 on Havana, 2 on the ship.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Ooh, that's cool.
I don't know that we need 2 on the ship because we've already done 1 on ship.
Well, we only have increased the Herald bonus. We have not done ship HP or ship attack yet.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it worth then spending the extra for Gloria?
I think bringing someone to us now, unless we really need them, is not necessarily the best use of the amber.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's definitely do at least 1 ship shape and at least 1 doctor.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else would require a like import amber.
Yeah.
Right.
An import fee. Yeah.
I think it's worth holding on to our amber then for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think that, you know, worst case scenario, we can give one to Arello for a clue, a lead for our next story arc.
Here's my pitch. 1 for Doctor, 1 for ship shape, give 1 to Arello, and maybe do another 1 in Doctor, and then keep 1 or keep 2.
What would our ask be for Arella?
Let's hold on to that one until we get to talk to him and see kind of where we want to go storyline wise.
Yeah. But I think learning some more about the Diamond Knot would be
Could be good.
good.
Yeah. Or to see if he has any clues as to where our final, so far uncalculated key is.
Oh, even better. Yeah.
So let's lock and load ship shape and Doctor.
Yeah.
1 each, please.
All right. Which one do you want for ship shape?
I think HP would make the most sense right now for us.
Agreed.
If only because I think our maneuvering and attack is genuinely pretty good, just the way that we tend to tell those stories and use the mechanics.
Yeah.
But I do get nervous about the HP, so increasing the HP would be ideal.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's throw some body armor on the Sea Whip. We get that really nice like cutscene where it's like where Syl and Harold are like moving around the ship really fast.
Like a dust cloud.
Banging on it with hammers.
Yeah.
And now the Sea Whip has cool like coral armor around it.
Eric, can I yes end you? And for Flavies,
Sure.
can we have used some of the whale monster bone
Oh, sure.
to better improve the ship?
Honestly,
Hell yeah.
Julia, I had the thought, I'm like, how is this going to look like shit? And now this is how we're going to make it look like shit, is we're going to add bones to it to make it look like it got destroyed by a monster.
Yeah.
Desiccated corpse. Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
It's like the ship just has whale bone ribs now.
that's
like
cool.
a rib as the prow, like jutting out of the sea. Yeah.
That's very cool. All right, well, for this medical soup up, I am going to ask the 3 of you, what would you like Havana to concentrate in? It's almost like we zoom out and then there's like little icons surrounding Havana and being like, I'm going for my super doctorate.
Aw.
There's an icon that looks like a skull that's broken in half. And be like, would you like Havana to look into bringing people from the brink of death?
Probably that one.
Would you like Havana to concentrate in having stronger healing potions? Would you like Havana to concentrate in nutrition and making people hardier? So yeah, would you like Havana to specialize in resurrection, in stronger healing, or making you all hardier folks?
Resurrection.
No, I think healing, right?
Okay, my problem is, let's assume one of us goes down
Right.
and fails our death saves.
Right.
We would like to come back from that, correct?
There's just like little like stick figure icons of like Havana, like a big circle, like leaning down with defibrillation paddles on and I don't want to say anyone, but the figure is very Umbi shaped.
I think in a pinch, we would rather have resurrection than healing potions.
Yeah, because I have healing. We're okay in that regard. Worst case scenario.
Well, we weren't last time. I mean, like, that's the thing. Is like, my thought for dealing healing is healing can save you from death as well.
No, healing can bring you back up from 0. Healing cannot take you once you fail all your death saves, or if we got hit by a big major one like Troy and Umbi almost have.
But think about, like, how many times someone's died, full out died, versus how many times we need healing. We need healing a lot more than we do need death saves.
I know, but I just am concerned because we've gotten very close to full death several times now.
I also want to say there's also some, like, new actions that Havana can do as well, depending on it. Because it's not just, like, does resurrection or doesn't do resurrection. Because, Havana can't do resurrection necessarily. I think that's why they're, like, defibrillator paddles. It's, like, saving someone from the brink of death, as opposed to, like, healing, having stronger healing stuff where, like, Havana goes to pharmacy school and becomes a pharmacist.
I think, Brandon, we would use the healing one, the pharmacist, more often, but I will be upset if we don't have help bring back from death when we need it.
Yeah, and we're saying resurrection. I'm thinking, like, mechanically, like, the spell Revivify.
Yeah.
Which is, like, you died and we're going to bring you back to life within, like, the last, I don't remember how long it is. It's, like, minute or hour or something like that.
We can also spend 2 amber on both.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
If we wanted to, could we spend 2 amber upgrading Doctor?
Yeah, you can do both.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
That's my vote. If we want 1 for Ship, 2 for Havana, 1 for Arello if we need it.
The only thing I would say is that if you're going this hard into it, like, Havana can't multi-class. Like, Havana is a doctor through and through at this point.
Right.
And I think narratively that makes sense because Havana doesn't want to fuck with magic anymore. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
That's fair.
Because I think that y'all, in a like, JRPG mechanically, y'all really shut off any sort of, like, magical upgrades for Havana.
I don't think this time, like, we're missing out on anything particular by doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
Cool.
All
right, so you want to use 2 on Havana right now?
Yes, we would.
Yes, please.
All right, so that's your XP and 1 amber as you choose 2 icons, the bringing people back from the brink of death and going to pharmacy school.
I really like the idea that we, like, smack the air around Havana's head and he's like, what are you doing?
It's like, I was talking to you and the 3 of you looked off into space. I mean, what do you need me to do? All of these mulchy dead bodies are really giving my doctor brain a workout. I'm really learning a lot.
That's what I was saying about, isn't it interesting that you can be brought back to life and then still get killed again?
That's what I call it when I steal from the dead bodies, learning a lot.
Umbi, respectfully, do not compare you and I.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it embarrassing for you to compare yourself to me?
It's embarrassing when you say something that's, like, against the Geneva Convention, and then you're like, me and Havana do that.
Oh, man. I'm sorry I'm so much cooler and smarter and better. It's fine. I'm sorry, man. I'll try not to be such a bright light in the darkness that is life.
And Havana reaches into his white coat and gives you a lollipop.
Oh, can I have one? Come on.
Oh, who wants lollipops?
Me.
I want another one.
I have brickleberry.
Ooh.
And green apple and mystery.
Mystery.
Do they have eyeballs on them and faces?
Like little worms inside?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Brickleberry.
All right, Cammy gets brickleberry. Troy
I'll
gets
take the other one. What's the other one?
green apple for my
Green
oldest
apple!
and nicest patient. Pat. Because you've leveled him up so much, Havana's charisma also goes up because he has better bedside manner.
Hey.
Incredible. All right, so here's what Havana can do now.
People don't even comment on the fact that he's a male doctor anymore.
No. He just carries himself.
He's just such a good doctor.
End of statement.
So yeah, here's what Havana can do. Havana can now use Revivify. You're absolutely correct, Julia. Where Havana can bring someone back if they've died within a minute, taking out some defibrillator paddles and going with electricity. Also, Havana now has chunkier heals, so even bigger potions. As we've learned, you didn't really learn this, but Havana doesn't have magic. Havana only has healing potions, but can administer them either on trying to throw them to somebody or putting them in their mouth, like we learned with Umbi before.
Mm-hmm. Can he give them to us as, like, items to have on hand as well?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yeah. And you can also, like, I think that Havana has a pool of dice as well if you kind of take the time to take items from him, and you can kind of distribute it into different size potion bottles.
Cool.
If needed.
Love it.
Yeah. The thing about potions, though, is that you need to use an action to drink them. So it's like if you're dead or incapacitated, you can't drink them.
Okay.
Right.
Now that Troy is so into knitting, can he crochet, macrame each of us, like, like a weapon holster that goes on your shoulders and then it dangles in your pit?
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that, but for healing potions?
Yeah, sure.
So that if someone goes down, each of us knows where the potion is to, like, uncork and pour?
No, that's stupid. I hate that.
I like it a lot.
I like it so much.
Okay, yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are D&D games out there where people say
I know.
that. Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
Roll a dex check for how good you macrame.
Oh, your macrame fucking sucks. So the potion breaks when you best need it. But I'm not gonna tell you what.
So no.
Hey fellas, is it gay to do macrame in your D&D campaign?
Yes.
Only if you make yourself like a I don't know how.
Only if you identify as gay while macrameing.
Only if you kiss a man when you're done with it.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to think of, like some sort of kissing aid. You macrame yourself some sort of kissing aid.
I respect you because I went right to dick holster, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Brandon.
I was actually going to say gimp outfit, and then I decided not to say that on the microphone.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Now I am imagining a pride parade with leather daddies, but they're all wearing, like, crochet. That'd be really cute.
Is
That'd be really cute.
Is crochet daddy a thing? It should be.
Should be.
Should be.
Eric,
Should be.
if you're brave enough.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Really depends on how tight that knit is, huh?
Eric,
does,
if we add
doesn't it?
another Amber to Havana, can he become a crochet daddy or?
I'm gonna have to check my rule book.
Okay.
I have to check the Hippocratic oath that I've taken.
Thou shalt not crochet a daddy.
Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not fuck it up.
Julia, the size of the knit and therefore how suitable it is for outdoor activities, it's called the Overton window.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty fun, Amanda. That's pretty funny.
They measure the knit size in nip size.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Brandon, great job.
Thanks. So I got a gold star?
Yeah, Brandon, here's a gold star.
Yay!
Hello, it's Amanda. Welcome and thank you so much to our newest patrons, Will and Full Metal Gundam, both excellent names. We are only able to make Join the Party because of our patrons, point blank. If you like the show and you have room in your budget to support us with your money every month, we would love to have you at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. We thank you for your contributions with things like our patron-only Discord, full whole ass, the best place on the internet, and additional bi-weekly podcasts like Party Planning. I really loved the one that went out last Friday for Eric's birthday, and all other kinds of things like ad-free episodes and hundreds of bonus posts from the last few years. And if you can't support us with our money, then you should tell a friend about the show. That is so helpful. If you text somebody and say, hey, I love this podcast, you would love it too, here's the episode to start with, and recommend that they start with episode 1 from Campaign 1, which teaches you how to play, episode 1 of Campaign 2 if they're into Lake Town City and time loops and workers' rights and all other kinds of biz, or maybe it's the Camp Diogenes, maybe it's the Camp-Paign, which is season 3 in your podcast app, which they can get through even quicker. Or maybe they should join in before Campaign 3 really kicks into high gear, which, let me tell you, it's doing. Thank you so much for all of your help. Thank you so much for sharing the show. And thank you especially to our patrons at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. This week at Multitude, lots going on as always. And guys, the podcast I love most to listen to and relax and tend to my plants is Pale Blue Pod, an astronomy podcast for people who are overwhelmed by the universe but want to be its friend. Every single episode I learn and I get like the tinglies about how I am a small creature on a big planet, but in a really cool way. Astrophysicist Dr. Moya McTeer and comedian Corinne Caputo demystify space one topic at a time with open eyes and arms and also open mouths from so much laughing and jaw-dropping. Check out new episodes every Monday wherever you get your podcasts. That's Pale Blue Pod. We are sponsored this week by CrunchyRoll Presents The Anime Effect. This is a show exploring anime and all the ways that it shows up in our world. The hosts discuss the latest in news, updates, and deep dives on the shows and pop culture that you love if you're a fan of anime, which if you're listening to Join the Party, there's a higher than average chance that you are. From breaking down the anime awards to analyzing Godzilla -1 to discussions with musicians and latest breaking news, you can stay up to date on all things anime with CrunchyRoll Presents The Anime Effect. They had an episode about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that I found really interesting, and I re-listened recently to the One Piece episode just because it is so relevant to this campaign. So go ahead, check out CrunchyRoll Presents The Anime Effect wherever you get your pods. And finally, we are sponsored this week by Volante Designs, an incredible independent small business that makes gorgeous gear that makes you feel like a TTRPG or video game main character. They make such incredible pieces. I have seen them out in the wild, I've seen them at cons, and I have to tell you, the real thing really beats the photos that you see online, which are incredibly gorgeous to begin with. Whether you want to wear items inspired by and officially licensed from Star Trek or Assassin's Creed or Devil May Cry, or you just want to check out their beautiful original lines, they are so good. Volante Designs team is a pleasure to work with. They're ethically sourced and manufactured, and they're made for quality. If, like me, you're trying to buy fewer things and buy ones that are made ethically, that are quality, that you'll want to repair and last you your whole life, it is Volante Designs. You got to check them out. They've also been kind enough to offer us and you 10% your entire order. Use the code JOINTHEPARTY for 10% off your order. That's Join the Party, all one word, at volantedesign.us. Volante Design. Stay badass. And now, let's get back to the show.
Folks, you have 2 amber left. You can pocket it. You do whatever you want. You can bring some to the island, or you can tell me to fuck myself, and I guess I will.
Does that cost an amber to do?
It does, Brandon. It does cost an amber. There are in-game consequences to telling me to fuck myself.
I think let's hold on to it for now, and then we'll get a chance to talk to Arello, and
Before
then we
leave,
can
yeah.
decide what we want to do with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure, absolutely. While you're leveling up Dr. Havana and you're souping up the ship, you see that Lustrous Recompense is stumbling down the beach, kind of just wrapped black silk all over himself. And he's just wrapped all the way around, wrapped around his wings. And he's just ripping his clothes as he is walking into the sea, and then gets on his knees wailing and just lets the waves wash over him.
Does he love Salix and Miss Salix?
Lustrous man, I know, I'm so sorry.
I'm sure that all of you have experienced loss in your life, but this loss is deeper, more hurtful, and more significant than anyone has ever felt in the entire history of time.
Oh man, I've never experienced any loss. I don't know. It's tough. Sounds hard.
Right before this, my ex-best friend killed my Umbi, and so I guess that is less than you.
It is. Umbi weighs significantly less than a tree.
Oh yeah.
It feels unfathomable for me to lose someone like this in such a terrible way. I had pre-grieved if Salix had been exploded or on fired or drowned, but not zombied. This is the full grief that I had not prepared myself for. There's no amount of meditation and self-discovery that allows you to understand what it's like to watch someone you like, also 5 times as large as usual, to be eaten by zombies. It was like it was being magnified, like I had opera glasses on in front of me.
I mean, maybe we can get him unzombified, potentially?
We can definitely try. And you know what? I think that potion only lasts so long, so, I mean, he will be regular size and not a giant zombie.
And if that doesn't work, I can give you a poison, and if you want,
We can kill him again.
Him yourself?
You can join him, you can kill him yourself, whatever you want.
These are all beautiful, yet totally fucked up things to say, and I appreciate it.
I also have potion of resistance. Will that make you resistant to sad?
No! And he slaps it out of your hand.
Shatters on the ground.
Troy sinks to his knees next to Lustrious, puts a comforting hand on his back. Lustrious, I have been doing some reading, and I have learned about this thing, what is called retail therapy. Would it help you to have an item of your choosing from the most exclusive, fancy, gossipy person we know?
That is true. He is all of those things.
What do you get for the rapscallion who has everything? Something from a gossipy bitch.
I had a feeling you might like it.
Is that the slogan you're now wanting people to cross-stitch, Eric?
No, I like the first one, but that one's pretty good too. I'm selling that one directly to Tiffany's.
Oh,
TM, it's mine. TM. Like, the three of you have a choice. So much has happened, and yet there are so many things for whence to go on to next.
true.
Yeah?
It's true.
That was an insightful thing to say about our situation.
You're all just so... You're nice. I like you.
Thank you.
Troy looks over his shoulder and sort of gestures like, should he come with us?
No.
No. Okay.
Seems like he's got his own thing going on.
Okay.
I think it would also be tiring for Eric to make that voice for forever. I don't know.
I would love to do the voice as much as you want. I mean, whatever, dog. It's fine. Whatever.
I do think Harold would be jealous.
I think they would squabble a lot.
Yeah. He might start dating Arello, though, so, like, he might be around. I don't know.
So Lustrious, item of your choosing on us, on me. Least I can do.
That item could also be Arello himself. Wink, wink.
He's available
He's very horny.
and wishes to kiss.
A lot.
I've been doing this long enough that I don't need wing people, but I'm fine, thank you. That was a nice gesture.
Okay.
All his wing people got dipped in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like my wings, they're gold. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything he needs necessarily, but he will cry quietly behind you as you talk to Arello.
Cool.
That's nice.
Can you give, like, Brandon, like, 10 minutes of just quiet crying noises so that he could put it in behind the conversation we're about to have?
No, don't let them see you cry. No, let them see you cry. Do it.
Got another 9 minutes to go. Oh no, he's choking.
Oh, no, it was just some snot. Okay.
Okay, 8 more minutes.
Oh no, I have the hiccups. Yeah, you can turn that into 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, just loop that. Just
Yeah,
loop
I'll loop
it.
it.
Just loop it. Please, before you go, return to me. I would like to talk to you before you go.
Okay.
Give you an empowering speech and whatnot.
Oh, hell yeah.
You got it.
Of course.
And then a text box appears. A text box appears above Lustrious's head that says, "Talk to Lustrious when you're ready to leave the island."
Nice.
Cool.
I hit X.
I hit B.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Are you sure you want to hit B?
No.
Amanda just threw out her sword.
I did throw out my sword yesterday on Stardew by mistake.
Here are your choices. I still am not sure where. I'm not sure where the key with the gaze and Archimedes went off to, but I'm sure both of them have determination and courage in their hearts. So maybe somewhere.
Cool.
You can try to find that terrible goopy sap. I think it went that way. I wonder what Kid Cervantes is up to. Probably still destroying stuff. What an incredible, powerful guy. Or you can stay with me, and you can continue the conclave. There's still things that we need to work on.
Isn't everyone dead?
There's some
Or
people
left.
that are still around. You all three? Lucky Edie's around.
God damn it.
No.
What did I say? Why are you all mad at me?
Lucky Edie sucks. There,
What?
I said
Why? Why?
She said something rude about you.
About
She
me?
said something so rude about you.
She
Yeah.
said
Oh
rude
my
things about
gosh.
everyone. And
Yeah.
also, if you go through life worrying if rude people say rude things about you, you're going to get nothing done.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, like, take it with a grain of salt.
Rude comments is lustrous recompenses foreplay.
He respects her more. And as I said it, I was like, shit, it's going to make him respect her more.
Is she also? Is she the only one that's still left? Because she's the only one you listed.
She ran away. Yeah.
And I don't want to have a meeting with her.
Just her. No, who's still here? Lucky Edie is still here. The Separatists are still here.
I mean, Kid Cervantes, obviously.
Kid Cervantes is not here. He's
okay.
he's out in the sea. And yeah, no one knows where Archimedes and the key is, but Drews is still there. Drews is hanging out.
Oh, good.
And so is and Milius. Milius is still there.
Pass.
And Piney is still there. Just kind of also rooting through people's pockets like the three of you.
I feel like us and Piney are just like two ships passing the night. I feel like in another universe we would have been like best friends, you
Yeah.
know?
I tried.
Come back when you're ready to make your decision, but I'll be here mourning.
Covers all the reflective rocks. Poor guy.
Hey, Eric. Mechanically,
Yeah.
is zombieism a curse?
No.
What is it?
It's like a power. It's an energy magic force. Because it's like, necromancy as a wizarding tradition, and also the way that it's expressed. I think it's expressed very interestingly in Valdis as it's like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more about like being able to control life force and then having things follow you. It's almost like, you use the energy, the life force energy, and you're stitching it through a deanimated body.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's why all the zombies fell apart when the pot exploded.
I just want to know if I can save Salix in any way.
You can't uncurse the man. Sorry.
Eric loves killing NPCs today. It's just like his flavored popcorn of choice.
You know it, baby. I love it.
But Salix.
I know. Poor guy.
But I want them back.
Just because he's a zombie doesn't mean you can't date him, Cammy.
Yeah.
Judgy.
I mean, I think it kind of does.
I don't know.
It would make intimacy very difficult.
Or better.
How? Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon, explain. How?
More biting?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
More biting, more better.
Maybe that's the cross stitch.
Should we go talk to Arella first, or what do y'all think?
Yeah, let's go talk to Arella first.
What are you thinking, Amanda?
I don't want to leave here without the key for a gaze.
Right.
And I think it's important we see Kid. Those are my two priorities.
Okay.
Do we have to pick one, Eric, or can we...
Split up.
Can we split up and look for
Try 'em
clues?
all.
You can all do it at the same time. Just do it in whatever order you want. It's fine.
All right, let's talk to Arella first, and then we can
Sure.
go our separate ways.
This is my favorite zombie outbreak that I've ever been a part of. I don't like that everyone left, but it was pretty cool.
Is it because you ended up covered in sandwiches?
Yes. Does anyone want a Reuben?
No.
Is it because zombies make for better lovers?
No! I just had a great time. I finally had the wisdom and experience. I had the wisdom and experience to enjoy life for what it is, and it's being covered in deli meats.
I get it.
Happy for you, man.
Yeah, so what, do you need anything? What do you need? What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I need to build up my clientele because a lot of them got eaten by zombies and then the zombies died.
Yeah.
The zombies mulched.
First things first, I think.
And Umbi turns to his crewmates and says, like,
The other key, is that our first priority? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it usually takes you a while to find information, like at least an arc usually to find an information. And so maybe we should put you on that task while we follow up with some other things.
Agreed. And I think if we can intimidate him from resourcing Audrey, that would be ideal.
Yeah, maybe don't give away those seeds anymore.
Yeah.
So, what do you need?
So we're interested in, we noticed no one here at the conclave had the key that still hurts.
Yes.
We would like you, with your infinite resources, to try to find out where that might be.
We've heard tell on the wind that it might be in some sort of large cavernous thing that's alive and has spikes or something. But we don't know where that is.
Oh, that's right. I heard of it. It was inside of a giant Venus flytrap. And then an island inside Venus flytrap, and then it went away. I know it's heard of it since then.
Yeah, exactly. I know. We haven't heard of it.
Oh. Well, what if you... He looks around. He looks over one shoulder, and over another shoulder, and over another shoulder.
There's no one here. What are you
over
doing?
Another shoulder.
They're all
You only have
dead.
2 shoulders.
Well, what if you gave me 2 amber, and I could get on that right now?
How about no?
How about you're
about you
lucky if we
take
give
one?
you 1?
Well, how about you give me 2, and then I can, you know that I deal in currency for things, and I can't give you anything for free, but I could definitely keep it out very much so and keep my big eye open before I have to tell anyone information I already have. And then I can say, oh, well, this was already bought from me. I can't bring it to anyone else that had already purchased this, but I hadn't checked in with them yet. You know?
How about we roll an intimidation check instead?
How about you do the thing we asked for?
How about we forget how you sold weapons to Audrey the Rotten Queen, what almost got us killed 3 times? And Troy's going to step forward to intimidate him.
Hell yeah. Do we do the help action too?
Yeah, can I give a help action?
Yeah, you can all intimidate. Yeah, you guys can all intimidate.
Okay. Well, with help, I can have advantage, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Do it.
But we're all going to intimidate or just Troy?
No,
well,
just try.
I just rolled a 19 plus 6 for 25.
Fuck. Yes, Troy.
Look at those fucking gleaming muzzles.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it says in the fine print of all of my contracts that I have
Never
that
signed a contract with you.
Never
that
signed a contract.
I do need to fulfill all of my obligations in who I'm supposed to bring information about things to. But part of the other thing I have is that if people give me a better price, then for a better price for that, other than on something that's on retainer, I won't have to bring it to the people who've already paid me for such information as it is.
So who already paid you for this information?
The Diamond Knot.
Well, I didn't say it and you did.
And was Troy right in saying that?
Well, you said it and I'm nodding. And maybe there's someone, a representative, and maybe there's an agent of said person keeping me on retainer who's here, who's coming to collect that information in 15 minutes. And maybe it needs to be purchased away before that person comes.
But what would stop you from giving it the information to her after taking our amber also?
Oh, I didn't say her. It could be anyone.
Is it like someone who has 1 arm and a hook for a hand?
Well, you're describing someone who it could be, I guess. But, it's the rules of the road that being on retainer, I only give them the information and stuff I have as it is. And you notice that Aurello's been sitting, I'll give you your 25 intimidation. You realize that Aurello has been sitting on a box that has a sheet thrown over it.
Can I make a suggestion to my players here?
Wait, first of all, who the fuck are we talking about? Who is the hook?
Lucky Edie. It's fucking Lucky Edie.
Lucky Edie has a hook? I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Hook, blade, whatever's the same.
Now, may I make a suggestion where we hide, we wait 15 minutes, we see who shows up, and then we kill that person who is clearly an informant for the Diamond Knot?
Well, yes, that I think that would take time. So instead, what if I pitch you, we pay the 2 amber to Aurello, get the key that's probably in the box, or at least something that'll lead us to the key, also get the information of who the informant is, and then just go and kill them.
Yeah, I like that one. I think we give him 1 amber, his life, and take the thing.
If you give me 2 amber, then you'll be protected by the Better Business Bureau's clause.
That's
And then
nothing.
you can just walk away with it.
He made that up.
That's nothing. I've never heard of a Better Business Bureau.
More like a rel no.
How about we spare your life, give you 1 amber, and take whatever you're sitting on there, bud?
We could do this amicably. I don't really want that. We could do it amicably, and then I can say you bought it. Wouldn't you want that, or would you rather me telling the people who are going to show up, who are keeping me on retainer, that you've stolen it from me? Which I'll have to tell them the truth.
Could we just give him the 2 amber? I'm tired of talking to Aurello.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Not me, Eric. That's Umbi. I love talking to Aurello.
I love
Umbi,
talking to
fuck you, Umbi.
I know.
Umbi loses 1 amber. It falls out of his pocket.
No.
His amber falls out of a hole in his pocket.
Let's do 2, let's buy it, and then whoever wants to come after us can come after us, honestly.
Well, Brian, you're silenced though, right?
Of course, I'll buy the truth, which is that someone bought this from me before I got a chance to give it away, and I never looked inside.
And if
Wink!
if the other person says, like, oh, who bought it from you? Is it an incredibly handsome prince captain?
No, I would say nothing, because obviously I keep all of my secrets if it is in the code of being a merchant upon the seas that you don't reveal your sources, just like journalism.
What's journalism?
Democracy dies in darkness.
Okay, I think he's hallucinating. Let's do it.
Here you go, bud.
Incredible. Aurello takes your 2 amber, and then we cut back to where we were in the beginning of the episode. The cargo is floating upon the massive current created by the sea monsters that are swimming through the dissolving belt. And the crates roll and roll and roll through the current until they smash into the side of the island that rolls and washes up on the beach. Boop, 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 doing my regular walkthrough as I look through everything. Aurello has a metal detector and is just like looking through piles of mulch, picking things out. Is like, oh, there's a necklace, I'll take that. Oh, that revolver looks interesting. And then a box washes up onto shore. And Aurello looks over one shoulder, then the other shoulder, then the other shoulder, then the other shoulder, then the
He
other
only has 2 shoulders.
It says, dibsies! Takes out a crowbar and pops it open. And we have that shot from inside of the crate of just something glittering, the gold reflecting on his face. And he goes, ho, 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 ho! And now the 3 of you, that same shot, reflecting on your face. And you see that there is a key inside of this crate. It is the same size as the other key, about 2 feet long. It fits in your hand. But this one's a little bit different, as covering the entire key around the handle?
Yeah.
The face?
The butt.
The butt?
The tum.
The tum of the key are many, many, many metal spikes. This is the key that still hurts.
I hate that he just had this. Doesn't it feel wrong that he just found it?
2 amber feels like a deal. I'm okay with that.
So who is going to pick this up?
Oh yeah, we have the right to know under Better Business babes that butts what the buyer is that we beat.
Yeah, the babes from the bureau?
Obviously, I can't reveal my sources, but it's someone who's kept me on a retainer for a long time, who you might know, and and as a agent of the Diamond Knot, they require me to give them information every day at 3:44 p.m.
What does it rhyme with?
Baudry or Beady?
It rhymes with schmucky schmeedy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Audrey. Got it.
She is schmucky, you're right.
Aurello? And then Troy holds out a hand to shake.
Yeah. Oh, you have such a strong grip.
It's good doing business with you.
It's rippling.
Troy lotions up every evening when he goes to bed.
Umbi, please leave something to the imagination.
And if you feel like celebrating your windfall with someone who is in mourning, so be gentle. Illustrious is over there. He's the one screaming in black.
No, I think I'm going to have to, skedaddle, but pleasure doing business with all of you. I guess it's 4 minutes to 3:44, so I'm going to have to do that and then skedaddle.
Bye now.
Okay.
Goodbye. Are you going to stay here, or is this going to happen? What?
Was your meeting here or what?
She's coming here. She's coming here.
All right. Troy is going to heft up the crate and the sheet.
Hell yeah, do it.
And let's hoof it back to the Seawit?
Yeah. I mean, I think we should ward this thing and keep it somewhere on the ship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we can go talk to Illustrious Recompense.
Yeah, and we'll hoof it back to the Seawit.
Cool.
So, like, we're gonna kill Lucky Edie, though, at some point, right? Like, that's the thing that's
On site, yeah.
Cool. Great. I'm usually not pro-murder, but, like, for her, the exception will be made.
Cammy, we're pirates.
The Diamond Knot has infiltrated the hold. It's a big deal.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's bad. And she's always asking questions about what we're doing specifically.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't kill her immediately. Maybe we should torture her and see if there's any other folks.
Oh, like keep her tied up in the hold of the ship so that we can, kind of ask her things?
This is why Millie and Umbi get along so great. They both love violating
We
the
don't
Geneva
get
Convention.
along so great, Eric.
Yeah.
We don't.
I don't know. That's not what all the fan fiction I've been reading.
Eric, it's that thing where, like, you kind of resent what you see of yourself in another person. Yeah. So where should we put the crate guys? In the haunted office next to the mold?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put it in the haunted office. Let me look at some stuff I can do first.
Maybe write on it with Sharpie that says not a key.
We're not going to do that.
Oh, right. We should write this is a key. And then they'll think it's not a key. I see, Julia. Yeah.
And then write wink.
Mm.
Brandon, can you set some, like, you know how we buried that bomb but didn't connect the tripwire? Can you do that to, like, some of the windows? Because what if we get robbed the same way as before and people try to get into the external window of the captain's quarter? I feel like it'd be a good idea to rig something there.
I don't think... I think it's a great idea. I don't know that, technically speaking, I'm allowed to do that.
It's a very good point. I didn't update the skill tree necessarily, but you could do that. Harold could definitely hook that up for you.
Okay.
If you use an extra thing on that.
Like a security system.
Security system, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I also have a spell called Protect Threshold
Oh.
that I could use and put on the doorway for the secret office.
Well, the ghost is protecting it, Julia, so I don't think
That's
you have
true.
to do that.
Well, I want to give the ghost some well-deserved break.
So, I'm going on break. I got my union mandatory ghost break.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, because it's a 10-minute thing.
The spook break? Is that it? Is that a smoke break?
That's pretty good.
I assumed you were talking about a poop break with that pun, but that's just me.
Julie, do you think businesses give people poop breaks?
They should. I'm pooping on the company's time, baby.
What is it? My boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I'm a ghost on company time.
Yeah. That's why I'm a ghost who's pooping on
On
company time.
right.
Man, the intersection of poop jokes, pro-labor, and pirate shit,
That's the join the
That's
party
us,
way.
baby.
That's it. That's the join the party promise.
If I made 10% of my boss's profit, I'd be fucking so rich. Not my boss specifically, but the corporate boss.
Brandon, that
am I your boss, or is Jeff Bezos
No.
your boss?
The general boss.
the general boss.
Unfortunately,
Society's boss.
that pro worker chant didn't keep up with inflation.
And
So
billionaires, yeah.
that's the best we have.
I will say this is a very cool spell because it really does play onto the fact that we do have a ghost who haunts that office.
It's pretty good.
Because it says, for the duration, invisible eldritch creature stalks the warded portal.
Okay, yeah, we got to do that.
Pretty good.
So let's put it in the cabin, disguise it best we can, and then maybe, Julia, you can set that spell while we go out to seek Kid and or talk to Illustrious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Lovely. All right, folks. Yeah, if you're out of Amber, are you ready to go?
Yeah, we should go talk to Illustrious then.
Recompense.
Brandon, just as an aside, do you want to leave Bartlett in the office since he has, like, infinite distance from you?
I do.
All right, cool.
I say, you stay right here. Tell us if anybody except for this eldritch horror comes near you, okay?
This invisible eldritch horror.
And Eric, what does he say? What does Bartlett say back?
He says, "Brickcock."
Oh, I like that.
I like that Bartlett now has Umbi voice.
He's mimicked your voice, but he just went, "Brow."
I love that.
Squawk.
Squawk.
So can we talk to Lustrious to wrap up our time here?
Yeah, you can walk over and press X on Lustrious. Lustrious says, "Oh, don't mind me. I'll just be here rending more of my clothes to symbolize how much I miss Salix." Just rips an entire strip off of the black silk, and it just reveals his arm.
That's
Aw,
so much
bud.
money you just ruined. Okay.
I'm sorry, bud.
Cammy, one day, when you've gone through enough bad things that's ever happened to you, you'll be truly understand. I don't know if you're from. I'm from open fields where they're all very strict and repressive.
Okay.
And I don't know what's happened to you or where you're from. Cammy Cassis, regular name. Not like me, who has a weird name.
It is a regular name. That's correct.
But what, if you'd understand what it's like to be me, then maybe you'll feel such hardship. Like I do. And, growing up in a dogmatic religious society, you'll understand the repression you need to work through.
Cammy, do you want me to kill him?
No, he's just speaking from the heart. It's fine.
Okay.
That would be bad, yeah.
My tears have mixed from my face and with the salt of the ocean.
Delicious.
I'll think of you, man, every time I see a tree that is too big.
So, not to change the subject, sorry about your pain and stuff, but we need things from you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Sun goals to me.
No, I hate sun goals.
And there are some sun goals fly down holding letters in their mouth. They're like, "These were addressed to you. I didn't know if you needed them before you went."
What?
I was picturing like they were gonna spell something out like at a football game, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like drones during a fireworks show. Yeah. No. They do pirate mail. I'm sorry, Julia.
It's okay. No, I just thought it was really funny.
Dear.
They start to spell it out in the sky.
Cammy.
Thanks for coming! Exclamation point.
Love Lustrious.
Umbi takes out a sword and stabs one of the ones with a letter and takes it down.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, thanks. All right, great.
That's how pirate mail works, right?
Damn, dude.
That's hardcore.
That one is addressed to you, Umbi.
Oh.
Oh, I open it, Eric.
Dear my spiritual leader, Umbi, last name. I have gone on an adventure without you.
He knows my last name. Come on.
I have gone on an adventure without you. I have found an adventuring partner. If you wish to follow, you may.
Oh, I hope it's not 3 lips. Oh, let it not be 3 lips.
You may follow in my stead, but I am leading in the way that I will have to when I eventually step to the mechanical throne that is Builder. You may follow me or not, but if you follow me, you must follow behind me. And if you follow me in anger, do not follow me at all, because I'll, take you down and stuff. Forever your pupil, Archimedes Sevens.
I wonder how the throne is mechanical. Like, what part of it is mechanical?
Is it like rise and lower?
Does it just do gears just turn on it, but it's all for show?
It's probably that one.
Guys, I have horrible news. We have to kill Archie.
Why?
Brandon, can you perceive anything to see if there's 3 lips blood on this letter?
Yeah.
Why don't you do an insight for Archimedes?
18 total, 14 plus 4.
There is, and even you would know this, as someone who absolutely did not pay attention to one thing Archimedes ever said. Is that out of line? I don't think it's out of line.
I didn't stop you.
There is no way Archimedes would partner on an adventure with someone he's bested. That is literally below him.
Okay.
And remember, as we flash back, Archimedes literally took down 3 lips and threw him into the sea.
All right, who else is missing?
I mean, Kid Cervantes. So he's with Kid Cervantes, probably.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Okay, let's see what our other letters say.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help us figure it out.
Guys, I have great news. We don't have to kill Archie anymore. I was wrong.
Awesome.
Good.
I like him, even though he doesn't remember my name.
What's your name again? Gotcha! Troy, you're so funny.
Why am I in it?
Hell yeah. There is a this letter has been sealed and resealed various times, and it has all of those, like, you know, like when you forward your mail to your new place when you move,
Comes with like 17 stickers on it.
it has like 17 stickers on it, and it's not marked in any other way. It's just like it sees that you see like tons of stickers trying to find you here.
You should open it, Troy.
All right.
You love reading.
Troy like jumps a couple times and grabs it out of the Sungle's feet.
Oh, Cammy shoots it out of the sky
No.
with Eye of Anubis.
For some reason, that's a line too far, man. And Troy opens it.
There is a letter inside of a letter. This is on the back of like a restaurant menu. It says, "To my dearest prince in my heart, if not prince in name. I thought you should know this. It was sent out to everyone on the privateer listserv. Vineyard." It wouldn't say commander because he would not say his name like that. It would just say Vineyard. And inside is a notice for anyone looking for more privateer work that they are immediately staffing up to work on behalf of the Diamond Knot. Extra pay, benefits, ? Keep all the treasure you find.
Healthcare is death.
Healthcare? We'll cut it off.
So that's definitely what happened to the crew that we saw at the beginning of the episode. Got it.
Yeah. All right. So Troy shares it and shows it to his crewmates.
Okay, so I guess not everyone we saw was a zombie that was working for Audrey?
Maybe they didn't start that way, but maybe they are now.
You have another letter. It's not written in ink. It's actually just written like it's almost like reverse braille. You know how if braille is raised bumps. They're all little holes that are punched out.
Kid Cervantes got it. Cool, cool, cool.
Friends, this is the time when I come upon you. Meet me at the underwater prison. It's time we strike.
Fuck yeah.
This is Kid, by the way.
We got that thing.
Yeah.
Do we know where that is?
Underwater.
Helpful, Umbi.
And then Umbi does a little jig.
You, you may, P.S. You may find it on your own, or you can follow the trail of destruction that I lead behind me.
God, that guy's metal.
Love that guy.
That's hot.
Love that guy.
So fucking cool.
Dope. Any other letters?
No, just one from me out loud.
Oh,
Do you want to keep hanging out? We could hang out. You could stay here.
is that the letter?
No, we have stuff to do.
Could we rain check for like after we find the salmon and bring back the cascade?
Yes. I must ask the three of you. If you look deep inside of your hearts, do you know what you would wish if you became face to face with the salmon?
Huh.
Yeah.
Almost.
Probably.
Tell me. Umbi, what would you say?
I'd say, first of all, Salmon, listen to the whole wish before you start doing it.
Of course. That's old school. That's an old school thing. You got to make sure the salmon's listening.
Make sure, think of semicolons, not periods. I would say, first things first, let's turn back on the cascade, baby, semicolon.
You're right. If you hadn't said it, I would have thought that was it.
I say I would have as
That was
well.
the end.
Exactly. This is how you get around that shit. This is why I'm so old, I know all the tricks.
Wait, what if you wish for 100 wishes?
Oh, fuck.
Whoa!
Infinite wishes, Troy. Infinite wishes.
Is there a rule against that, Mr. Pants? Oh, no, Mr. Lust, that's what I called you.
According to all mythology, I would assume yes, but I can't. I don't know what the salmon's particular predilections for wish administration is.
That's fair. Well, I would say turn back on the cascade and then semicolon. Tell me all the history and stuff, so I know all the stuff about everything, and I can make the right decision.
But then it could die with you, Umbi.
That's good.
Oh, I'm never gonna die. It's fine.
You're not gonna wish that. You just think it's gonna happen.
I mean, I've lasted this long. Somebody's fulfilling my wish.
Cammy, what would you wish?
I haven't thought about it as hard as Umbi, I guess, so I haven't thought about the exact wording. But I think I would make it so that, like, no one could ever, like, harm another person again.
Boring! We're pirates!
Okay.
And Troy, what would you wish for?
Truthfully, I don't really know yet. There's a lot of wishes in my heart, but only one wish can come out my mouth, you know?
Man, that's real.
I do know. I do. Well, Troy, as much as your heart and your mouth, and now they're connected, you better figure that path out.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Every time Troy eats something, it goes straight to his heart.
Whoa. Is that what's down there?
Cammy, are you taking you're taking critical feedback on your wish?
I mean, I didn't request it.
No, that's why I asked if you were taking critical feedback or not. It's important.
This is the first time the entire weekend that Illustrious has asked if someone wanted critical feedback.
Death has changed him. Loss has changed him.
Don't know how I feel about what you're going to say to me, but I suppose I can't stop you from saying it.
A wish is not something that can be treated lightly. It's even if you think you're doing the right thing, you might wish for something that's not right. Just think it through. Even if it's your purest heart's intention. Most times people don't care about that. They'll just do what you say.
Don't you think the salmon cares about that?
I'd hope. But through this life, I don't know.
I think if the salmon cared, it would have already turned back on the cascade and shit. So.
Also, Umbi, I think that if there's I'd be worried in my deep religious texts. I don't know if there's like a semicolon rule. There've been like churches that have split off, that have rose and fall based upon this question.
They've taken different paths.
Yeah, they have.
The semischism. I do remember that one.
Yeah, the semi-schism.
The semi-schism, that's right. I'd be concerned.
Yeah.
Stupid joke.
Hey, I got Julia!
What would you wish for?
If you say your friend, I don't think that's what's really in your heart. Connect your heart to your mouth right now.
Yeah.
Just like Troy.
My heart knows that I'm someone who would never get the keys in order to even get myself there. That's what I know deep in my heart. But I think that you three can.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
No matter what stands in your way. Wish true. Wish honest. And, do your best.
Thanks.
I can do that. Thanks, man.
You really turned the corner at the end here.
Yeah. If we see Albek, should we give them your love or hate?
Don't tell me. Just don't.
Dealer's choice. Got it.
So where off to now? And then the dialogue box appears above Lustrious's head. Would you like to pursue Archie? Would you like to try to chase the weird sapos that came out of the pot? Would you like to follow Kid Cervantes? Or do you want to stay with Lustrious?
Kid Cervantes.
I mean, I don't know about you two, but I feel like we've got to finish our part of a deal,
Straight on till prison, baby.
Kid Cervantes. Kid
Cervantes!
Cervantes.
A pirate is only as good as his word.
Let's go bust the prison, huh?
Burp, 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 burp. Burp. It's the arrow. You used to like to follow Kid Cervantes. Well, I think the path of destruction leads that way. You just set your charts and your optical illusions for that.
Can we hold up Michigan J Compass at the path of destruction?
Boop, boo, da, ba, da, boo. Do, 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 do. It seems like he's going that way. Boo, 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 boo. Back at the wreckage of Pinebeard's ship, you see that some pieces of cargo are too heavy to be caught up in the sea monster jet stream. We follow one piece of cargo, this massive, massive, massive box that settles to the seafloor with a as the sand kind of distributes in all directions. The sun still streams down, illuminating something so deep, it's like dappled sun through a shady tree. And then you see something is moving, something is diving. The weird, terrible sap ooze, moving like a jellyfish, undulates and squishes and squelches its way down, down, down. It reaches the cargo, settle it on the sea floor, envelops the front of it, and just kind of like dissolves it, just gets into the nooks and crannies and then consumes it from the outside. And then one side and the other side and the top, and what we reveal this big piece of cargo is a very, very, very large key mold. And the ooze makes its way inside, slurps over, and you see underneath, illuminated by the dappled light from the sky reaching to the bottom of the sea, you see that little daffodil buds are coming out of the ooze.
I'll sing you a song that all green folk